Hello everybody, it's Wendy and today we are going to make a necklace using the Jesse James Magical Mystery Bead Box and the Fright Night collection. So I mixed them together and we're going to make a really cool necklace. But first, our encouraging word for today is you make the world a better place. So don't ever forget this. You were created for a purpose and no one can fulfill the purpose that you were created for but you. So you make the world a better place. You are special no matter how you feel that day, no matter what's coming your way. Remember that. No one can fulfill your purpose but you. So you make the world a better place. You are needed and you are loved. And so today, let me reveal what's on the bead mat. We have a spider. So y'all know my fear of spiders if you've watched my channel for any length of time. And I am stepping out of my comfort zone. I'm going to work with this bad boy because I can do it. So I'm even a little leery of touching him, to be honest with you. That's how ridiculous my fear of spiders is. I mean, it's crazy. But he's going to be in this necklace. I am determined. Getting out of my comfort zone. So here's what you're going to need if you want to make this. If you want to make the exact same thing I'm doing, you're going to need your skeleton hand from the Jesse James Magical Mystery Bead Box, our little rhinestone spider there. And I'm using a lot of the beads from the Magical Mystery Bead Box. Only a few are from the Fright Night. And I only added them in because I really needed a few more beads. So these little black ones are from the Fright Night collection, and these gunmetal ones here. And I think that everything else in here, oh, and these little rhinestone spacers. I think everything else is from the Jesse James Magical Mystery Bead Box for September. Okay, so if you got that, you have the majority of the beads, and you can use any beads you have, obviously. But I wanted this to be green and purple and kind of goth looking for, you know, Halloween theme. So, and I've got a gunmetal lobster claw clasp. I have two. These are large crimp tubes. They're like size 3. And I'm using them because I'm going to be putting my 2 layers of Coriana chain together and crimping at the top. So I think that the larger crimp tubes will work. And I've got 2 gunmetal clamshell connectors, clamshell covers. And then I have a few jump rings just for attaching our little hand. I've put him on a little chain of 3 jump rings because I want him to hang down just a little bit from the rest of the beads. And I'm not sure if I'll do that with Mr. Spider. I may, because these beads are going to come up in here if I don't. So yeah, I probably will actually connect him to 2 or 3 jump rings. So you may need some jump rings. And then I've got 2 lengths of Coriana chain. The first one here, the longest one, is about 24 inches. The shorter one, let me see where my ruler went. I can't remember what length it was. I tried to film this yesterday, and Chris let the cat in here, and he knocked my camera over and caused general havoc, so I have having to redo it. So this one is 12, about 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 and a half. So this one's about 26 inches. This one's about 18 and a half, okay? And that's Coriana chain. That's available on my website if you're needing it. Also, and a lot of people have asked me what this is. It's basically beading chain. It's not tiger tail. It is chain, and it's really pretty. So you can bead right on it, and then if it shows, it's beautiful. Mine, I'm going to keep some showing today, and it will accommodate most beads. Now, really small ones, like your really tiny rondelles, the 2 millimeter and under, it's probably, or, well, actually, it will do a 2 millimeter. It's 0.6 millimeters. So whatever, you know, beads you have that are 0.6 or bigger, it will accommodate. Okay, so Coriana chain on my website, as well as the clamshell covers. They're on there too. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So for our bottom layer, I'm using my longer chain, obviously, and I'm just going to go ahead and string this on kind of how I have it laid out here. I didn't want to mess up my, let me zoom in a little. I didn't want to mess up my pattern because then I knew that I would not be able to figure it back out again. And somebody said take a picture. Well, if I take a picture, that's a great idea. I mean, a super idea. But if I take a picture, then I can't use my phone to film and see the picture. So that won't work. I actually have it laid out here in front of me. All right, so we're going to put our little hand on first, our skeleton hand. And then I'm just going to start beading on either side of this chain. I should put my glasses on. That always, always helps. All right, let's do this. And if my hands are looking a little scruffy, I am so sorry. We we are making a fire pit, and Chris is like, oh yeah, let's put this stuff in between the bricks. It's like, I think it's called construction adhesive. It's very sticky, very, very sticky. And it does not come off very easily. And I didn't know that. And yeah, so it's all over me. It's all over my hands. It's on my clothes. I think I even have it in my hair. So yeah, that'll be a trick tonight to get that out. Okay, so I put these 2 beads on. Now I'm using this dagger bead and this bead cap. And you can do this. All you have to do is line your bead cap hole up. If you can see, can you tell that it's, yeah, there you go. You can see it all the way through there. If you line the hole up with the bead cap and your bead and then just kind of drop your chain through there, it will go all the way through just like that. And then you have a cool little gothic looking dagger piece with the bead cap on there. I really like these bead caps, and I like the way that you can use them to go through these beads and hang them even though the beads are drilled sideways. So I'm going to find my hole on my bead cap. Now let me kind of line him up a little bit because he's, there we go. So I'm finding the hole on the bead and the bead cap, and I can see all the way through there. So then I can just take my chain and kind of drop it through, and it should come out the other side just where you need it to. There we go. I like the way that looks. I think it's really cool. Okay, then I'm using this big spacer bead on both sides, and then I've got the daggers again. So again, I'm just going to line them up. The filigree hole in the bead cap with my hole in my dagger, and just drop the chain right through. There we go. Same thing on the other side. And I found this is the easiest way to do this. It's just to kind of get it lined up there. And if your bead cap's kind of, it's better if it's squeezed in, because it's going to line up better that way. There we go. Let's see if I can do it. This one gave me a little trouble. Like I said, I tried to film this already. Got like halfway through. I get so frustrated. Yeah, it's going to give me trouble again. I shut the door, and I have a sign on the door that says, filming in progress. Please do not disturb. It's very polite. But it never fails. I swear it never fails. No one ever comes in here, or, you know, the cat, the dog, they don't really need in here until I'm filming a video. And then it's like all hell breaks loose. Everybody needs to come in here. Chris opens the door every single time, lets them in. They all come in. The cat jumps up on the table, knocks the camera over. You know, it's ridiculous. So I got really mad. I was frustrated last night, and this one is giving me issues. You know, I was just frustrated. I'm like, oh, you know, why can't we just obey the sign? It's simple. So anyway, so he knew I was frustrated, and I had to take my necklace apart, and I did not finish filming it last night. So I told him today, I said, I'm going up to film a video, and he's like, okay, shut your door. I'm like, yeah, I will. We'll see if he stays out. Okay, I'm really trying to get this lined up because I know this will work. It's done it on the other ones. It's just this one's giving me. So I'm trying to kind of hold it in place. There we go. Finally. Okay, got it. All right, now the rest is cake. I'm just going to bead up the rest of this side. I've got this green glass faceted round bead. I've got my rondelle spacer, rhinestone spacer, my purple bead, my metal spacer, my big green bead, lime green bead, and the hand is grabbing the beads. There we go. I have my little chevron bead from the Magical Mystery Bead Box. This gunmetal one is from the Fright Night collection. And this little black one is from the Fright Night collection. Okay, so there I've got that whole side done. Let's just go ahead and put the rest of these on. Try to make sure I get them in the correct order. Okay, purple bead, metal spacer, large green bead, chevron, gunmetal, and the black bead. All right, there we go. So now that we've got this one on, I'm going to move this down just a little bit. I'm going to zoom out just a bit. Nope, out, out. And we're going to do our second layer. Okay, so we grab our smaller chain. Now, spider. Okay, I am going to have to make him hang down a couple of jump rings, because if I don't, these are going to kind of just collide with the, actually, would kind of like to put a few beads in there just to keep that from, to keep these away from just coming right up on that spider, because I don't really want them right in here. But if I hang him down far enough, okay, let me just see how this will look if I hang him down far enough. So I've got some jump rings here. Actually, I may grab some more jump rings. Where are they? Here we go. I don't want to hang him down too far, because if I do, he's going to collide with the row underneath, and I don't want that. So let's just see. Let me grab my pliers here. We'll do a couple and just see how he looks. So I'm just going to take him, attach him to the jump ring, and I'm just going to attach one more. Okay. Now, because my chain, this jump ring's laying flat, I am going to have to either do another jump ring or just do the first couple, because otherwise he's going to hang the wrong way. So I'm going to do 3. I'm just going to do 3. We'll hook him right onto our chain and we'll see how it looks when I can always take them off. It's not a big deal. Okay, so let's put the 3 jump rings on here. That's going to make him hang down a little lower. Ooh, he is creepy. Okay, now I'm just going to go ahead and bead this layer too. So I've got the little black rondelle from the Fright Night collection, our bigger green one, our plain metal spacer, our chevron bead, our rhinestone rondelle, our little green faceted glass bead, get in there, and another little of the black rondelles from the Fright Night collection. I'm going to bead the other side. This was a really, really fun magical mystery bead box to work with. I'm not a huge fan of Halloween. I mean, it's okay. I don't get into like the death and dying and satanic crap and all that, but I do enjoy the gothic kind of part and the colors. And I thought that they did this box very tastefully. It was kind of creepy, but not yet, you know, wasn't like total gross Halloween. It was really a very tasteful box and done well. All right, so let's hold this up. Actually, that's going to be really well. I think I'm going to have to put my hand on another jump ring though, because it's hanging sideways. Okay, so let's finish these edges first, or these ends first though, and then we'll fix our hand. So I've got my 2 pieces of Coriana chain. I'm going to lay them side by side. I'm going to insert them through my gunmetal clamshell connector, or clamshell cover. I want to make sure they're laying side by side here, and I'm going to take my crimp tube and just put it right on here. Okay, now I'm just trying to keep them laying side by side, and I'm going to take my crimping pliers. I'm going to lay that crimp tube right in the divot, and I'm just going to go ahead and crimp it right down. And what it kind of does is it kind of puts these in their own little channel here. Now it doesn't do it as completely as it does with tiger tail, but you're just going to turn this to the side and we're going to go ahead and crimp it down. Okay, and it makes a good tight little crimp there. You don't have to worry, it's not going to come undone. And that worked out really well with the size 3 crimp tube going for both pieces of chain. Now when I just do one piece of chain, I don't worry too much. I just use like a size 2 crimp bead or something, but with this 2 pieces of chain going through there, I want to make sure it had enough room, and it does. So then I'm going to close my clamshell cover up, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm just going to lay them side by side. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put the clamshell, both pieces through the clamshell cover, and if you have trouble getting it through there, just open your clamshell cover a little bit. They'll go through. These gunmetal clamshell covers have bigger holes anyway. I don't know why in the bottoms than the rest of them do. Then I'm going to take my tube. I'm just going to put it right on both of the pieces of chain. Now again, I'm just going to make sure that they're laying side by side there. I'm going to take my pliers and just crimp it right down. And again, it doesn't put them in the channels as completely as it does tiger tail, but you get that it still does the general thing. So, and then when you crimp it closed, they're in there very secure. And then take our clamshell cover up and just close it right up. Take your pliers and close it up. Okay, so there are our 2 layers. They're crimped very nicely and they look really good. So now I'm going to take my lobster. I am going to go ahead and hook it on with a jump ring on one end. Now you can put an extender on this if you want to, but I measured out, I measured out pretty much where I would want to wear it if I was going to be wearing it, so I think it's pretty good. I may add an extender later, but okay, and then we're just going to put our other jump ring over here for our lobster to clasp onto. Hopefully it'll go through this clamshell. Sometimes if you get a real thick jump ring they won't, but that one did. Now make sure these are closed up really good because the clamshell covers are thin. And the little ring on them is thin, and you don't want your jump ring to slide out. Okay, and there is our finished little necklace. Now let me investigate this hand out here for a second. Sorry about that, bumping the camera. I was trying to zoom back out. Okay, so my hand, let me look at him. He's not hanging sideways. He's just hanging. He just moves around a little. Okay. So here's our completed necklace. Let me put it on a form and I will be right back. So here is our finished necklace. I really like this one. Even with the spider, I gotta say, even though I'm so scared of spiders, I think this turned out really cool. So there we have our little hand, skeleton hand, and our beads. And here we go right up to our spider. And the gunmetal looks really cool. The gunmetal chain looks really cool. With all of this, and very Halloween-y. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will have a link to the Magical Mystery Bead Box in the description box below, and you can check them out. So yeah, love the Jesse James Beads Magical Mystery Bead Box. It is so much fun to work with. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe if you haven't. A lot of people are not subscribed to my channel. It is totally free to subscribe. Just hit the button and ring that little bell when it pops up. That way you know when I upload videos. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Sadie, what have you got? Are you eating a piggy ear? I'm gonna get it. You don't want to share your piggy ear? Why don't you want to share it? What? I don't really understand why you don't want to share. I mean, it's huge. You've got a lot there. Can I have some? What? What was that? All right, I guess I won't try to take it then. You've got your leg on the kitty back there. Trying not to get Chris laying in the picture. There's the kitty. She's got her leg. Oh, he's going to move. Nope, she's got her leg. Kitty's leaving. He's done. Sure, I can't have a little bit? I mean, really, I did buy it for you.